So for our first sail this season, and it's 21st of April, 22nd of April, we're going to be sailing from here, which is Cardiff Bay. We're going to come out at 3 hours before high water, which means that we're going to get a lot of tide against. So it springs tomorrow. Well, it was springs yesterday actually, but so the tide is going to be pushing us back quite a lot, about 3 knots against. So it's going to be quite slow going, but after about 3 hours we'll be somewhere out here, and then we'll pick up the Bristol Channel escalator, which will then take us down the channel. We normally come in quite close, so we come across here, come in quite close, go past Ball Point, and then we get down to Heartland Point, and then we change chart and head down to Padstow.
We normally come in really close around Heartland Point, don't we?
We try to, because you get out of the worst of the current then.
Yeah, often we're getting there when the tide's about to turn back again, isn't it?
Yeah.
So getting round there is quite important.
And you can tuck in quite close there. Just depends on the wind.
We'll have to see the sea state when we get there.
Yeah.
But it's looking really calm, so hopefully we'll have a very easy passage.
So we've come round Heartland Point, and now we're going to head down the Cornish coast, the North Cornish coast, to Padstow, which I'm hoping is somewhere around here, and then come down the Camel Estuary and into Padstow Harbour. We've booked a slot there, so we're really looking.
Well, we've set sail. We're actually on our way out of Cardiff at the moment. We've come around Lavanop Point. You can see Sully Island, you can see the coastline. There's no wind at all at the moment. You can see Alan on the helm. There he is. It's quite smooth and calm. We have got wind over tide conditions because there's no wind. It's no problem at all. We've got about 3 knots against. But this will start to diminish over the next hour or so. And slowly we will pick up the Bristol Channel escalator, and we'll soon be doing stupid amount of speeds of at least 8 knots. We've arrived safely in Padstow. First good passage of the year. Had a fantastic time. Lots of dolphins. As you can see, light is almost gone. We've been in about half an hour just tying our lines on and getting sorted. But Padstow is the same lovely place it always has been. But lovely and quiet. We've never been this early in the year. Well, we're out on the streets of Padstow this evening, and they've started to dress them for May Day, and it's looking really colourful. This street has clearly got a blue theme, but if I just pan round, look up here, this one's much more colourful. But everywhere you look, down every avenue, you get a completely different set of flags. And this is the headquarters of the Blue Ribbon Oss Party. They bring out the Oss on May Day, and that's what they're dressing the whole town for. And here's the maypole, right in the centre, looking fantastic. It's a real riot and spectacle of colour. And here's the riot of red. It's just a real spectacle. I don't know what else to say. So the street with the red flags is the original Old Oss versus the Blue Ribbon Oss. Okay, we've been in Padstow a few days, but we have both been pretty unwell, so we've not done any filming. This is our first little bit of filming. And we have decided our appetite is coming back. We are having Padstow fish and chips.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, you're starving, aren't you, darling? You're starving. It's about time. To top it off, I've got some nice cups of tea and some bread and butter. Just the way it should be.
Bread from the Chuff Bakery.
Yeah.
And it's Cornish butter from... What's the name of it? It's the company that makes the clotted cream.
I don't know, but I bought the Cornish butter in the Chuff Bakery as well. Can't wait. Okay, so as you know, we've been feeling a little bit poorly, but we're finally on the mend. So today we've taken a little day trip out into Wadebridge. So behind us you can see a really nice little shopping street, lots of little shops on, and we're just having a little explore. Whilst we've been wandering around Wadebridge, we come across this little museum. We had no idea it was here. It's actually been relocated from a place near the river, but it's got lots of the history, which is really, really nice, of the area. So we've popped inside and had a chat with the guy inside. Alan's still in there. There is lots of information here about all the businesses that used to be here, and we found out some interesting information about a company that repaired our keel. So a few years ago we had a problem with our keel. We had to have it taken off, and we were quoted rather a lot of money by Hansa to do a replacement keel. It was well into the sort of 30,000 mark, and we managed as metallurgists. Alan got hold of a company called Iron Brothers, which is based here in Wadebridge, and they did a casting from the part that was damaged for about £4,000, and that part is now on Seagull and working fantastically well. We've had no problems with it, but we found out all about Iron Brothers in this little museum, so we were totally fascinated and really enjoyed finding out the history of that company. Having spent a bit of time in the museum, we've decided it's time for tea. Cheers. We're in a very nice little courtyard in Wadebridge. It's called Tim's Place. And unbelievably for us, you're going to be fascinated by this, but we have actually bought snacks. So today's choice is a Scotch egg. Look at that, beautiful. It's hot. And Alan is going to lather his in mustard, but I really won't be wanting to do that. But the courtyard itself is really quite pretty, actually. Lots of little tables. We're sat in a little sun trap. of a deli shop. There's this lovely tree. It's just all very nice. I'm just soaking up the sun. Okay, so we realised that we are forever in cafes. Whenever we get into the cafe and we show you what we're going to eat, we always forget to tell you whether we enjoyed it or not. So we thought we'd add this new little feature where we do a quick review of what we've had. The tea and the coffee were lovely. And they were really, really nice. The experience of sitting in the courtyard, fantastic. Really like that. The Scotch egg, probably not the best Scotch egg I've had, but it was pretty good. There was a lot of sausage meat on it, so personally, for me, we'd prefer a little less sausage meat, a bit more egg. The ratio would be a bit better. It was warmed, which was a really nice touch, quite filling, but it would have been a little bit better, in my personal opinion, if it had a nice crispy outer skin. So that's our review. We've arrived at the old bridge that crosses over Wade Bridge. Been here, crosses over the Camel, sorry, it's been here a long time. We're going to head down this track. It's a lot more peaceful down here than it was up there. You can get to see the old bridge. Maybe you can see Alan on the bridge. It's the only way I can make him look small. I have to make him stand a really, really long way away. And he looks tiny. You can see under these buttresses for the bridge how it's been changed over time as it's been widened. So you can see different arches and different sections underneath, how it's been modernised. And the water is running quite quickly underneath. Apparently, they built the bridge in this particular location because it was the only location where you could cross over by wading. Apparently, that's still the case. In the centre part between the bridges, there's sort of water flowing on either side of this sort of island, but in the middle, you can see a rocky outcrop, and on top, I hope you can see a pair of swans. They're actually on a nest. What a fantastic location.